First, we want to thank Dr. Kaplan, Leslie, and everybody who helped put together today. I hope you all found it as meaningful as we have so far, and we have more to come. We also want to give a hearty Toda Rabah for all of the support, participation, honesty, and ideas that you have shown us since the start of our term. Each of you that has emailed, texted, called, or shared your thoughts in a conversation has given us a lot to think about.
The energy of this community is what truly makes this congregation a very extraordinary place. As we've mentioned, Mickey and I both grew up within the Beth Torah family. Beth Torah played a huge role in our lives, shaping the adults we've become and the core memories that we have. I remember the day that as a community we brought our Torahs home, walking all the way from the Jewish Community Center to where we are now. Unfortunately, because of my age, the event was a little lost on me as far as the experience. I remember it, but it was one of those that it didn't quite hit me as strong as others. But I have other memories that have really stuck with me since. So, reflecting on my childhood at Beth Torah, there are a few things that stand out. One of my first memories of Beth Torah was my consecration, the day where I officially began my Jewish educational journey. 3 things stayed with me from that day: the white gowns we wore, the mini Torahs we were given, and my grandfather's face. I remember walking with my family to the front of the service, where my class and I recited the Shema under the Talit, and then I was presented with my very own mini Torah. And then I went back to my family, where my grandpa was standing, and I vividly remember his face looking down at me, beaming with pride as I embarked on my Jewish journey. A couple weeks later, my grandfather passed away, but that memory has lived on with me since. As my Jewish journey has continued, I went from student to teacher, helping bring the future generations through consecration and beyond. As a kindergarten teacher, I watched as families would come together for consecration, creating memories for their kids that would last for lifetimes. As the youth advisor, the teens and I would travel fall, winter, and spring to meet up with the youth groups from across our Midwest region. Over the span of a weekend, I'd watch these teens go from quiet and reserved to boisterous and excited to be a part of their community, forming friendships that would last a lifetime. By the end of the weekend, each teen would know the nifty Mo Valley cheer by heart, and when the call was made, they would come running. The Ruach during that last cheer of the weekend is something I will never forget. Beth Torah is a place and community where integral memories are made. Families are brought together for life cycle events, from baby namings to consecrations, b'nai mitzvahs to confirmations and weddings. Lifelong friendships are forged through the mutual love of Judaism and our community. As I look around today, I see my former students have grown up and now help lead us in worship through music, prayer, and sounding the shofar with me. The kids of yesterday are all around us as parents to the current students, as members of our board, and staff of our congregation. Mickey and I are standing up here today to ensure that everybody here and every future person has the same opportunity to create those memories.
Part of securing our future is ensuring our congregational home remains happy and healthy. Many of you have noticed, for example, the sizable change out in front of our building, the overgrown berm transforming into a fertile garden prepped for spring planting. Though it appeared to happen overnight, it took our multi-generational team of volunteers countless hours over the span of months to complete. We worked with our donors to help realize our direction and develop a plan. My husband and son, personally, and Zach, spent multiple weekends behind the wheel of a tractor and a bobcat, moving literal tons of dirt, roots, rocks, and debris from the berm, leveling it to the concrete. Our Building and Grounds Committee and Ulysses worked to enrich the soil and mulch the area. What you see out there now is the culmination of hard work, dedication, and determination that is our Beth Torah community. The projects we have ahead of us may not be easy, but with the perseverance and commitment of our community, I know we can achieve our goals. To help us understand where we need to go, We've been going through boxes and file cabinets throughout the building for the last month or so to understand where we came from. It has been fascinating to read through the financial journey that our congregation has experienced over the decades that we have been in existence. One of my favorite things that I found as I was looking through was a November of 1994 Takia message. The title reads, "Writing your annual tzedakah checks, don't forget your building fund pledge." In the message, though, the following is bolded. Your contribution is essential to continue building our congregational home. Without you, we cannot proceed. While this message was specifically about first building the synagogue, the message remains the same. Since we've started the High Holy Day Appeal several years ago, we've raised about $45,000 per year. It's been critical to support the services that we provide and contribute to the maintenance of our building. Nationwide, dues cover about 65% of any given synagogue's expenses, and the same is here at Beth Torah. The remainder of our expenses are to be covered by donations, fundraisers, and grants.
Our goal with fundraising, as stated by our treasurer, Kevin Romano, is to ensure we fundraise efficiently. Currently, Mickey and I have been organizing restaurant nights, which are opportunities for our community to come together for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in many cases. They help raise funds to support our synagogue. Some of you may remember our High Hopes campaign from a couple years ago. The ask then was for everyone to give an extra $18 per month for a full year. From that campaign alone, we raised $21,000. With minimal expenses, the majority of the fundraising goes straight to sustaining Congregation Beth Torah. That is why the High Holy Day Appeal is so important, because during the High Holy Days, we can reach the greatest number of members all at once. Between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, our community comes together within the walls of Beth Torah with Ruach to celebrate the new year and solemnity to atone and repent.
As we come together, safety is always our utmost concern. I'm sure you noticed as you walked in today the police officers greeting you at the door, just as you've probably noticed in years past. During the High Holy Days, it is paramount that these officers are here. But during the other 51 weeks of the year, officers are also now necessary. 1 week of police officer coverage costs roughly $650. I have to note that these officers have learned about our holidays. They use Hebrew words better than I do. And they, please definitely stop if you can and say hello and chat with them. But they drive through our campus even when they're off duty, just to make sure things are safe. We are a more confident, safer, and generally better congregation with them in our corner. To cover 1 week of security in full for a year, just 1 week, any family would only have to donate $54 a month for 12 months.
If every family, no matter what their current giving level, gave an additional $18 per month for 12 months, together we could raise $60,000. That would cover our police officers for the year, essentials for all our staff members, and cover all music-related expenses for High Holy Days.
On the tables around the building, around your seats, and in your book, you'll find an appeal card. Please consider participating in this High Holy Day Appeal, either in one lump sum or a consistent monthly donation. You can return your cards to the wooden tzedakah box, which is directly to the left when you leave the sanctuary. You can hand it to Zach, Damien, or I. If you have confidence, you can leave it upside down. We will not be nosy. You can also mail it, scan it, and email it, or bring it back in over the next month. Or if you scan the QR code, it will take you to a form on our website. We want to make it as easy for you as possible to support your synagogue. As you have already shown over the last few months and all that you've already contributed to us, Zachary and I cannot do this alone. We need our community to continue to support us and each other. Together with your support, we can ensure Beth Torah will be here for decades to come, creating memories for everybody now and in the future. Lashana Tova.
Shana Tova.